We are at St Helena graveyards, and some graves that we have on site are marked, as you can see. Some of them, they have the names and the numbers, but as you go on and you check some graves, some stones, they don't have the names, and I think it was very difficult for some families, even if they know that their beloved ones were buried here. If they were buried here, it's difficult to identify where is a certain individual. If you check on the other side, yes, we do have the names, and if you can see there, these ones, this disaster, or not necessarily the disaster, these ones, they died before that disaster that happened in 1987. These ones, you can see here, they died 1960. That was a long time ago, and it's due to the fall of ground and some mine accidents. And now, if you go to the other ones, you'll find that those who died in 1955, 1950, but most here in this row, you get those who died in 1960, because from on your right side until to these ones are those people who perished in 1960. Then from this side you have those ones who died in 1963, and on the other side you have 1961 and all that. So these are the graveyards that we decided that as Health and Safety Committee of the Free State to come and visit, to just come and pay our respect to those who died working in these mines, trying to bring production, making production for the mine owners. But the main question is that were the families notified? We don't know. Does the family know that their beloved ones, the remaining of their beloved ones are here? We don't know. But as Health and Safety Committee, we took it upon ourselves to make sure that we will come here again to try and clean and make this place to be more like a normal graveyards, like the normal graveyards that people have, because those who are resting here, they've worked before us. They are the ones who paved the way for us to be able to work in the mining industry. They contributed so much to this industry that we find ourselves working in today. Thank you.
If for those who don't know, can you tell them what caused the incident to see mine workers being buried like this?
If we remember very well, in those times of 1960s and 50s, we did not have the Mine Health and Safety Act, which NUM fought so much for it. And during that times, the mine workers, they were dying in numbers. And it was even before the establishment of Leon Commission. Mine workers, they died in big numbers, and when they died, they were just buried for the sake of being buried. And some of them, they were not even buried; they were left where they died underground. And now, some of the reasons was that you'll find people, when you have a fall of ground, some people were left there. Some of them will be thrown in a tip area where we throw the ore. And so now, but when coming to the other one on the other side, the stone that is where you see the other comrade standing there, you'll find that on the other side, it was a methane explosion that happened in 1987. And in that methane explosion, we have those who died, and we have the 300 that managed to escape using the escape route and other means to find themselves on surface. But still, the question is that where are the remaining of those people? And as black people, we know that we have a culture in terms of burying our beloved ones, and it becomes so painful if you were told that your dad, your granddad, or your family died in a certain mine. And in terms of our culture, there are rituals that as black people that we do, but some families, they did not find peace, they did not find closure because certain rituals were not done, and that it becomes a problem. We are not saying we are going to change that, but coming here, we are just going to say thanks and to them for paving a way for us And thanks for the contribution that they've made to this municipality, which is Machabeng, because it's known as Goldfields because of those who are here and others. And as a Free State Health and Safety, we are very proud to be part of this initiative.
So it is correct, I will be correct to say that some people or families did not find closure as to where their loved ones were buried.
That's very correct. And if you were to ask some of the mine bosses, you'll hear that what they will tell you was that they did not find those family members. They could not trace them, but we don't know. But the problem is that we had one person who once said his own father was working at number 10 shaft, and he was just told that the father passed away. They did not find even a single bone to say, okay, this is our father, we can identify him as our father. They don't know where he was buried, but they know he was working at the 10 shaft during that time of 85, 86, 87. So he was part of the disaster that happened here. And the unfortunate part is that his name is not even there on that stone. And it becomes so difficult to say, where was he buried? Or maybe if he was not counted to those people who perished underground, we don't know. And it becomes so painful as a family when you grow up as a child not knowing where your ancestors are buried.
Is the mining industry doing anything to help those who are tracing their loved ones so that they can find closure and bury them where they want them to be buried?
The unfortunate part is that St Helena mine does not exist anymore. It was closed a long time ago. And it becomes so difficult to try and trace those people if you can't find the management of St Helena. And it's a very difficult one. We are not even quite sure where to start and how to start. As much as the National Union of Mineworkers, we are passionate and we want to help the family to find closure, but it's very difficult if we don't get those who will say, we once worked with them, we know where the family is and all that information. We're just relying on some people who used to work at St Helena shaft to get the information in terms of the whereabouts of certain family members.
That's shocking.